What's the first rule at the cookout? Everybody can't make the mac and cheese because why do I see raisins? And you can't taste everybody's potato salad because who even brought that? Now think about that when it comes to social media in the age of digital activism. You can't believe everything you see online these days. My name is Teja Smith, and I'm a digital activist from Oakland, California, the home of the Black Panther Party, and not the radicalists you may be thinking of. I'm talking Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, the men that started the free lunch program at a church in 1969. I'm talking about the same Oakland that my grandmother and my mother came to from Tennessee to open up the first Urban League division in 1985. I'm often asked, when did you have your first Black teacher growing up? I don't remember having my first Black teacher because that was my norm. I do remember getting my first white teacher, and all of a sudden, I was a troublemaker. That radicalized me. Protesting in the street for fair care for Black and brown women through Planned Parenthood before I could even understand what an abortion was. That radicalized me. Activism has been embedded in me since the day I was created. So when someone asks me, how'd you get involved with social justice? The answer doesn't come from just one moment. Now, when I say social justice, what's the first memory that comes to mind? Is it the March on Selma? Is it Rosa Parks? Is it the Freedom Riders? Imagine what their stories would feel like in today's time with the power of social media. Now think about the first time you saw social justice impact social media. It could be as recent as Sonia Massey, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, or Oscar Grant. There's political power in social media, but up until the 2016 election, it wasn't that apparent. We saw a presidential election unfold right before our eyes on Twitter. We saw the rise of hashtags like Black Lives Matter, Me Too, Say Her Name, all fueled and created by Black women, but we'll talk about that soon. But that power came with its disappointments. Misinformation being spread, insurrections being organized in plain sight without us realizing. Because unfortunately, January 6th was not a figment of our imagination. The term fake news was presented to us as a joke, but little did we know it would fuel a new form of trouble for us online. Funny enough, the person that coined this term stole from me. Yes, the 45th president of the United States saw a graphic I created for a client, saved it, took off our logo, and used it to fuel his followers to the polls. Because that's the power of social media. You can register over 2 million people in 1 year and still fall victim to someone stealing your work to fuel people in the wrong direction. Fact-checking is now social media 101. Who in here has ever believed some fake news? Now think about when you even realized it was fake news. Probably after you've already retweeted it, shared it to your Instagram story, before anyone ever stops and says, oh, that's not a real source. Because as a reminder, a TikTok video is not a real source. Let's talk about the top 3 ways you can spot some fake news online. Number 1, quite simply, spotting a fake account. Why is this news source the only one talking about this? Number 2, evaluate the content. Does this feel real? Does this feel like clickbait? Why is this headline so outrageous? Number 3, check the comments and replies. Others are quicker at evaluating content than you are. Lean on your community. At my social media agency, Get Social with Teja, we specialize in combating misinformation while educating people on the importance of social justice matters. It's how I've built it from the ground up. The evolution of the digital age is one to be studied, but right now, we're living in it. So how do you navigate in a world where you want to help, but it's hard to weave through the trolling you see online? You go out and vote, but politicians don't live up to the expectations. But be reminded that change doesn't come from voting in one election. It comes from voting for decades to see the results you want to see for a better future for your grandchildren and your children. Our influence is everything, and with the power of social media, you can galvanize your followers for good and for bad. Social media has helped amplify the voices to where Black women have changed the narrative for trials, elections, and much, much more. But honey, let me tell you, Black women are tired of saving this country. 91% of Black women voters supported the Democratic candidate in 2020. 91%. So tell me, have you thanked a Black woman lately? Have you checked in on a Black woman lately? Do you understand why we're constantly telling you the importance of using your voice on and offline? These digital moments have helped shape social media, whether we like to call social media real or not. Because of social media, you now know the names of people like Vice President Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, and now Teja Smith. None of these women got to where they were without discomfort, social media ridicule, and misinformation being spread about them. By leveraging our platforms to share the truth, debunk myths, and support one another, we can make social media work for us. So what can you do with this information? Show up, sign up, share real links. Remember, evaluate the content, identify those fake handles, and lean on your community. Vote in every election. More elections happen than just presidential ones. There's likely an election happening in your area every year. You can show up for Inglewood and South Central on a grassroots level, a place that I now call home. Our digital footprint will last generations, so it's on us to leave a good footprint for the next ones to come. We have to keep the power of activism alive, both on and offline, just like our ancestors did. So now the next time you're at a cookout and you're wondering if you should inspect the mac and cheese or even bother tasting the potato salad, you'll know exactly what to look for: the real stuff.